joining us on the Gallery TV at noon. I am Titilayo Olamide. And first are the news headline. DSS releases 8 IGBOHO'S aides for still in custody. Stringent measures against banditry not intended to hurt Zamfara residents, says government. I will abide by APC zoning arrangements, and that is coming from Governor Sani Bello. Lastly, Nasarawa State Governor dissolves his cabinet. And on business reports, air cargo bureaucracy charges Steve for $250 billion agro export industry. Champion breweries, Eternal others drag capitalization by 83 billion naira. And now the news in details. DSS releases 8 IGBOHO'S aides for still in custody. The Department of the State Services DSS has released 8 of the 12 aides of the Yoruba Nation agitator Sunday Adeyemo, also known as Sunday Igboho, in its custody. Lawyers to the detainees Pelumi Olagbengbesi confirmed their release on Monday at a press conference in Abuja. The detained persons have been in the custody of the security agency 61 days after they were arrested by security operatives in early June. Those released on August 30th are Abdulateef Onolapo, Tajuddin Iriloye, Diekola Ademola, Ayobami Donald, Usman Adelabu, Olakunle Oluwapelumi, Raji Kazim, and Taro Tajuddin. The DSS, however, refused to release the remaining 4 persons, contrary to an order of the court that granted bail to the entire 12 aides of the Yoruba Nation agitator in the custody of the agency. Those held back by the security agency include Amidat Babatunde, Abidin Shitu, Jamiu Oyetuji, and Bamidele Sunday. While briefing reporters on the development, Olagbengbesi insisted that all his clients must be released in accordance with the order of the court, having fulfilled all the requirements for their bail. He also asked the DSS to give account for the 2 associates of Sunday Igboho who were killed on July 1st during the raid of the Yoruba Nation agitators' residents in Ibadan, Oyo State. Stringent measures against banditry not intended to hurt Zamfara State residents, that is coming from the government. The Zamfara State government has sought the content support of the residents in the fight against banditry, even in the face of the stringent measures announced recently. In a statement on Monday, the Commissioner for Information in Zamfara State, Ibrahim Dosara, explained that the recent measures put in place to check the activities of bandits in the state. Dosara also called on all the people to join hands together to fight the monsters called bandits, stressing that the measures were to curtail the worsening security challenges in the state. According to him, the government undertook extensive and intensive consultation with critical stakeholders, including presidency, top security chiefs, politicians, royal fathers, lamas, and top government functionaries, with a view to coming up with workable, lasting solutions to the security challenges of the state. The commissioner added the government announced the measures after a careful study and selection of an urgent plan of action from the wide range of suggestions by the critical stakeholders and in consideration of the present security situation in Zamfara State. He, however, asked those he described as conflict entrepreneurs and politicians working to destabilize the peaceful coexistence of the people to desist from such nefarious actions. Among the measures announced by the government last Friday was the restriction of fuel sales to the state capital and the headquarters of the local government areas of the state. It also disallowed the sale of fuel in jerry cans in all filling stations, banned roadside fuel purchases, popularly known as black markets, and suspended all weekly markets across the state. But the government stated that normal market activities of buying and selling for local consumptions were exempted from the ban. I will abide by APC zoning arrangements, says Governor Sani Bello. The Niger State Governor Abubakar Sani Bello has denied an online publication that he will direct the zoning system in preference for a more qualified candidate. Governor Bello, in a statement issued by his chief press secretary, Mary Noel Bajel, said he is a law-abiding member of the All Progressive Congress APC and cannot descend that low by going contrary to what the party has laid down. He said that the author of the story wrote from his imagination as it lacked substance as well as merit and was more of speculations. According to him, the report is so malicious and an attempt to distract the attention of the APC members and the general public. The governor urged the Nigerians to disregard the reports by mischief makers and rumor mongers, even as he reaffirms his loyalty to the APC, assuring all members of the party in the state on the level playing field for all aspirants. He added that the party constitution is supreme and will abide by its tenets and other resolutions of the party. The governor maintained that he will remain focused and will continue to serve the people with commitment. Dr. Sani Bello urged the media to always cross-check facts before going to the press, as his office is always open for genuine information seekers. Nasarawa State Governor dissolves cabinet. The Nasarawa State Governor, Abdullahi Sule, has announced the dissolution of his cabinet members. All commissioners, special advisors, and senior special assistants are affected. The governor announced his decision after an expanded state executive council meeting held at the government house last year. He thanked them for their service and commitment to the state and wished them well in their future endeavors. We will be going on the short break, and then when we come back, the news continue. Stay tuned.
News to all Lagos residents, especially owners of landed properties. Payment of land use charge has now been made easy through an online platform known as Lola. Lola is Lagos online assistance platform where payment of land use charge is possible through a WhatsApp-only message on 0815-433-3883. This Lola platform, initiated by the Lagos State Ministry of Finance, will make the payment of land use charge possible anytime, any day, and anywhere, without any third-party involvement. For more information, please visit www.lola.ng or luc.lagostate.gov.ng. Lola, the easiest way to pay your Lagos State land use charge. Always remember, ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àjùmọ̀ṣe ni.
Welcome back from that break, and with that, we move to our business report. Air cargo bureaucracy charges Tifu $250 billion agro exports industry. Despite efforts of the federal government in trade promotion, there is no cost of doing business in the export end of local aviation. This is a bureaucratic bottleneck and multiple charges that are levied by the vast government agencies have been identified as major barrier against potential exporters and impediment to the non-oil revenue worth $250 billion a year. The apex regulatory body, Nigerian Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA), lent credence to the constraints, saying there are a total of 16 sundry charges currently. We'll begin on the
Good news news to all Lagos residents, especially owners of landed properties. Payment of land use charge has now been made easy through an online platform known as Lola. Lola is Lagos online assistance platform where payment of land use charge is possible through a WhatsApp-only message on 0815-433-3883. This Lola platform, initiated by the Lagos State Ministry of Finance, will make the payment of land use charge possible anytime, any day, and anywhere without any third-party involvement. For more information, please visit www.lola.ng or luc.lagostate.gov.ng. Lola, the easiest way to pay your Lagos State land use charge. Always remember, ìgbéga ìpínlẹ̀ Èkó àjùmọ̀ṣe.
Welcome back from that break, and with that we move to our business report. Air cargo bureaucracy charges stiffle $250 billion agro export industry. Despite efforts of the federal government in trade promotion, there is no ease of doing business in the export end of local aviation. This is as bureaucratic bottlenecks and multiple charges that are levied by the diverse government agencies have been identified as major barriers against potential exporters and impediment to the non-oil revenue worth $250 billion a year. The apex regulatory body, Nigeria Civil Aviation Authority (NCAA), lent credence to the constraint, saying there are a total of 60 sundry charges currently tolled on exports, out of which only 5 have official receipts. Stakeholders who met at the just concluded Aviation and Cargo Conference and Exhibition in Lagos said there is huge revenue potential in non-oil exports that is stifling business environment and official corruption militates against. Cargo exporter and Chief Executive Officer of ABX World, Captain John Okpaku, said a proper adherence to the export market's requirements vis-a-vis local produce potential has the capacity to make in $250 billion in agro-export commodities alone. The Director General of the NCAA, represented by Group Captain Edem Eyoita, said the one-to-many handling charges pose the main constraint to cargo in local aviation. Eyoita said it was regrettable that only one local airline operates in the freight subsector to date, despite emerging opportunities in cargo services in the pandemic age. He said having up to 16 different charges, out of which only 5 are official, is discouraging and should be tackled by improved collaboration by all stakeholders. Eyoita added that regulatory support for the growth of air cargo is on the way, with the new NCAA bill awaiting approval at the National Assembly. Director of Product Development at the Nigeria Export Promotion Council, William Ezeagu, said efforts were at an advanced stage to set up a domestic export warehouse and aggregate center as a one-stop shop for all non-oil produce. Ezeagu said the center would harmonize activities and certification requirements of diverse agencies, as well as ensure quality assurance for seamless export to destinations. Champion breweries, external orders drag capitalization by 83 billion naira. The Nigeria Exchange Limited (NGX) reopened on a downward note yesterday, occasioned by losses incurred by most blue chip stock, especially by Champion Breweries and Eternal PLC, as market capitalization depreciated by 83 billion naira. The all-share index slumped by 158.98 points to 39,326.69 from 39,485.65 posted on Friday. Similarly, market capitalization of listed equities depreciated by 83 billion naira or 0.4% from 20,572 trillion to 20,489 trillion naira. On the price movement chart, 21 stock recorded price appreciation while 18 constituted the losers chart. Champion breweries led the losers chart with 7.73% to close at 2.03 naira, 2.2 naira 03 kobo, while Eternal followed with 7.20% to close at 6 naira 986 kobo. Leakage assurance lost 6.45% to close at 58 kobo. Orlando dropped 5% to close at 4 naira 56 kobo. Carbaton Shield closed it at 4.86% to close at 1 naira 76 kobo. EcoBank Transnational Intercorporated depreciated by 3.69% to close at 5 naira 25 kobo. Dangote Cement fell by 2.64% to close at 243 naira. Transnational Corporation shed 2.17% to close at 90 kobo. On the other hand, Honeywell Flour Mill emerged the day's highest price gainer with 9.86% to close at 3 naira 90 kobo. UPDC followed, adding 99.84% to close at 2 naira 0 kobo. ABC Transport appreciated by 9.09% to close at 36 kobo. Presco added 8.90% to close at 79 naira 50 kobo. FTN Cocoa gained 8.33% to close at 52 kobo. Livestock gainers 7.83% to close at 2 naira 34 kobo. CHI appreciated by 7.14% to close at 60 kobo. Nigerian breweries also gained 5.58% to close at 54 naira 90 kobo. Transaction in the shares of Transnational Corporation of Nigeria Transcorp topped the activity chart with 51.691 million shares value at 46 naira 840 million. Honeywell Flour Mills followed with 43.733 million shares worth 169,940 million naira, while Consolidated Oil Mark Insurance traded 70.606 million shares valued at 10,632 million naira. Oando traded 16.113 million shares valued at 71,456 billion, while UPDC transacted 15.114 million shares worth 29,930 million naira. And with that, we've come to the end of the Gallery TV News Bulletin this hour. Don't forget to join us again by 4 p.m. for yet another groundbreaking update. I remain Titilayo Olamide. Thanks for watching. Do have a lovely afternoon.